Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Today, we continue on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go through the rain here in South Philly. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. First run of the game for B. John Robinson. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. The 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down. The shotgun. It's Penix. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Well, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down. The Falcons getting their punter out there. Back deep, Jahan Dotson. That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. First carry for Saquon Barkley. Into the secondary, past the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That's back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Makes the score equal 7. Falcons nothing. Jim Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get forward for about a yard. That's Josh Campbell getting in there to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's second and 8. Wide, gets this one complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's third down.
From the gun on third down. Here's Penix. And he gets back to Hardman. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
On the give, it's Robinson. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw is Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
On first down, it's Robinson. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
On second down, here's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line.
13-yard line.
first down. It's Hurts. Open man, downfield is Smith. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. His first catch of the wild card game. And good for a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it. 2nd down and 2. Here's Barkley. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Set. 180, 180.
And they'll throw here with Hurts. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Anytime you bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
And no return forced them. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical 3rd downs, better on 1st and 2nd. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. Yeah, and he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
At their own 34-yard line.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Steal it forward for maybe a yard. Hayden Ellis in on that stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Great, set. 180.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Hurts finding Smith and an eagle. First down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
2. He'll stay on the ground with Parker. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Great, set.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Talk things over before third down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
180.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down is looming. And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Penix on 3rd down. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
Penix's pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Great. Hey! 180. Hey, 73. Delta.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A hit As he throws there, it's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike. And they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
To throw on second down is Hurts. Now the screen set up for Barkley. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
No touch that. And anyway, no touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Mike, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
Here comes the Eagles punt team.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Penix. To the right. That's Pitts. And he'll be forced out of bounds. A very short gain.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw. It's Penix. I had a defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. Talk things over before third down. From the gun, it's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. The Falcons send their punting unit out as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. On the ground, this is Barkley. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8.
No, stop that! I know you want
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Rolling to the left. He'll tuck it and take off. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
No, stop that! I know you want No, stop.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
No, stop.
On second down, Hurts. In trouble, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Not fun here. Third and a lot.
Great. Set. Trimmer. Hey! No, stop.
Hurts to throw. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 7-yard line.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. Out wide, that's Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
Second and 7 at the 10-yard line.
On second down, Penix.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up the short game.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter.
Got it. Ready?
Now Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On second down, here's Penix. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And here's Bijan. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Jahan Campbell. And the Eagles are going to get the football at their own 40s.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Great, set. No.
On first and 10, it's Barkley. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Great, set. Delta.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second down.
Delta, set. Hey, easy, 63. On anyone else. Delta.
We're out of the gun. They give it to Barkley. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Isaiah Likely Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles move out on top, 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. He'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Sent in motion. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. He's inside the 30. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown Atlanta. All right, so the Falcons try to add on a two-point conversion here. London brought in motion. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. That is incomplete. And the two-point conversion is unsuccessful. So, 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning available, yet no go with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there. And they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, this is Barkley. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Now the Falcons will use their third final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Great, check.
They'll run to the right here with Barkley. Finding space at the 15. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Elliott on now for the PAT. Extended to a 21-6 advantage. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10 and a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So, Mike, you find yourself in some of these inclement weather games, whether it's rain or snow, really the challenge falls on the defensive side. They're usually more in a reactionary position where they got to change directions and they got to react to the plays and the movement.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's 4th down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on 4th down.
Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. This one batted in the air and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6. But in this case, you come away with 0.
He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, here is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. He'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's
3rd and 2. And Penix taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Jackson now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. 3rd and a long way to go. Here we go. One final play. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here